Ichiro Suzuki needs to be a unanimous Hall of Famer. That is a fact. There has been only one other player in MLB history to accomplish this feat, and that was Mariano Rivera. However, no position player has ever done it. It is time for Ichiro Suzuki to become that player. In this video, I am going to break down the career of one of the greatest to ever play the game, and to provide as much evidence as I can to prove that Ichiro Suzuki needs to be unanimous. Starting off with his rookie MLB season, Ichiro came to the MLB in 2001. He was 27 years old when he made his MLB debut for the Seattle Mariners, and little did everyone know this was going to be the season to introduce the American fans to his elite hitting talents. During his rookie season, Ichiro played in 157 total games and had a slash line of a .350 batting average, a .382 OBP, a .457 slugging, and an .838 OPS. He as well hit 8 home runs and 69 RBIs, although power numbers were not his selling point. Ichiro put up insane numbers with his .350 batting average and proved he was going to be a hitting machine for years to come. It was as well impressive to see how Ichiro was able to acquaint himself with MLB pitching. During his rookie season alone, he had 242 hits, which was insane. He as well in 692 at-bats only struck out 53 times. If I did my math right, that would be a strikeout percentage of 0.07%. Insane numbers. Along with this insane rookie season, he won the AL Rookie of the Year award to go along with it. But it wasn't just that award. He also won the AL MVP trophy, becoming the second player in league history to accomplish the feat. Moving on, I want to talk about his insane stretch from 2001 to 2010. In this stretch, Suzuki found himself to have 10 straight All-Star appearances. Also in each of these seasons, his hitting stayed elite. In this stretch from ages 27 to 36, Ichiro had a slash line of a .331 batting average, a .376 OBP, a .430 slugging, and an .806 OPS. He hit 90 home runs and had 558 RBIs to go with it. He also totaled 2,244 hits across this 10-year stretch and averaged around 224 hits a season. I also want to take a quick look at his strikeout percentage again. Across those 10 seasons, he had 6,779 at-bats and only struck out 683 times. That would equal a strikeout percentage of 10%. This man would not strike out. Ichiro also didn't walk much during the stretch. He only walked 457 times, which seems like a lot, but for Ichiro, his way of getting on base was hitting, not walking. He mastered the art of hitting in his entire career. To be able to have a batting average above 300 every year over a 10-year stretch is just elite. Ichiro was a pure hitter in the MLB, and it was easy to recognize and respect his game in the way he played it. I want to take a brief look at the years ending his career next, 2011 to 2019. In none of these years, he made the All-Star game, but Suzuki still played at an elite level for his age, these seasons being his age 37 to 45 years. In this stretch, we also saw his final year with Seattle as he went on to play for the Yankees and Marlins. He did end up going back to Seattle in 2018 and for 2 games in 2019, but that was more so of a retirement stint for him. Still, in this stretch, Ichiro was still able to hit. Over these seasons, he had a slash line of a .268 batting average, a .309 OBP, a .342 slugging, and a .652 OPS. He hit 27 home runs and had 222 RBIs as well. Despite the slash line being much lower than the previous half of his career, he was still hitting very well. He was constantly hitting above .250 a season in his career, besides in his 2015 season with the Marlins where he only hit .229. This is just insane to me. Ichiro Suzuki could just flat out hit the baseball like we haven't seen it since the likes of Pete Rose. Ichiro would go on to retire back with the team he started with while playing in a 2-game series in Japan with the Seattle Mariners. He got to end his career in his home country when he got taken out of the game as a defensive replacement, where he received nothing but love from all the fans and the players who were playing. Speaking on Japan, I do want to talk about his amazing career before coming to the MLB. Suzuki played in the Japan Pacific League from 1992 to 2000. They were during his ages 18 to 26 seasons. During his time in Japan, he played with one team, this being the Oryx Blue Wave. During his time playing in his home country, he had a slash line of a .353 batting average, a .421 OBP, a .522 slugging, and a .943 OPS. He also hit 118 home runs and had 529 RBIs. He did show a tad more power in his career while playing in Japan, but he was still an absolutely dominant hitter. He totaled in his Japanese baseball career 1,278 hits, and in 3,619 at-bats only struck out 333 times. This would be a percentage of 0.09%. Amazing numbers. Suzuki has always been a pure hitter and clearly has been showing it. Next up, let's talk about all of his awards he has won. During his career, he has won an MVP, Rookie of the Year, has been a 10-time All-Star selection, won 10 Gold Gloves, 3 Silver Slugger awards, 2 batting titles, and an All-Star Game MVP. In my opinion, he should have even more hitting awards, but honestly, I feel like he has done way more than enough to get into the Hall of Fame. Now, looking at his career numbers in the MLB. In 19 MLB seasons, Suzuki had a slash line of a .311 batting average, .355 OBP, a .402 slugging percentage, and a .757 OPS. He has well hit 117 home runs and had 780 RBIs. Very elite numbers, I would say myself. On top of that, he had 3,089 hits, which puts him at 25th all-time. That number puts him ahead of greats like Babe Ruth, Roberto Clemente, Frank Robinson, and Barry Bonds, who I personally think should be in the Hall of Fame, but that's a topic for another day. However, I want the Hall of Fame to take into account his career in Japan. I personally feel the Hall of Fame should celebrate everything that baseball has to offer. Japan has a rich history in the MLB with many, and I mean many, great players coming over from in the past and even today. If you add his career hits in Japan to his MLB hit total, he would have 4,367 total hits. This alone would put him above Pete Rose, who is the current hit leader all-time with 4,256. Many people don't think his Japanese stats should count in the Hall of Fame selection process, but if I was voting, I would personally count them myself, as they are none short of amazing. So in conclusion, Ichiro Suzuki completely, and I mean completely, deserves to be the second unanimously voted player into the MLB Hall of Fame and to be the main emphasis of the 2025 induction class. He has done so much to grow the game of baseball to where it is today in Japan. As well, he has also helped to inspire many people to play the game here in the United States. He has helped to grow the game to aspects where I don't think they are without him coming to the MLB. Ichiro needs to be a Hall of Famer, but please, let's just make it a unanimous selection. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more content.